Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Hold on. And then I'll turn it back on again. Audio. Here we go. Testing. So can you go to the chat? Scroll up. Scroll up. Scroll up. You've got 12 viewers. So what I want you to do is scroll down to the chat. Ask the question. Can anyone hear this audio online? Anyone watching YouTube, can they hear the audio? If so, can you please send us a quick comment in the chat? Yep, that'll do. You got a few people connected. Hello. Pause Quinn. You can hear us okay? If so, no audio. Daniel Huey, no audio. Video capture device. How's that? Can anyone hear us now? Daniel, pause. Can you hear us now? No. If you can hear us, please leave a comment. Can hear you now, but not before. Okay, Cullum, thank you very much. Rightio. We'll pass you over to Isaac, who's going to he's going to try his hand at some audio. Do you want to commentate? Yeah. We'll just yep. So Isaac, who's switching, is not up for commentating. So we're a bit short on commentators at the moment, but stick around. I'm sure that in future games we'll get some commentating. So first half, 7 minutes to go. Queensland and Tassie under 19s. Very good. Okay, we're going to turn the audio off briefly, and I'm going to go find someone, hopefully, to volunteer to do some commentary.
Yeah, so we've got under 19s, Queensland are white, Tasmania are black. A little bit late getting into the commentary. Just see where we're up to. We've got 4-0 for Tassie. Got a bit of a drive there on the Queensland wall, getting it moving a little bit. And it's just out of shot. Tassie making a play there for the puck, and they're starting to spread it wide. Bit of a break, and it's being called up for a goal. So goal, we've got number 7, I think that is. 7 for Tassie is Hunter Smalley. Don't know who he is, but he just scored. And on the strike, and we've got Tasmania make it their first. Starting to bring it to their right-hand side. A few good moves and a good curl there to beat the defender. Going down the wall. We've lost the puck there. Switching between the cameras. In the middle of the pool. Queenslanders aren't getting down flat on the bottom. Tassie are in numbers driving towards the goal. And a goal. Not a goal. I thought it was a goal. We don't have that camera. Everyone stop. All right, good little save there. But also a good tackle by the Tasmanian player. And got a lot of referees. And the goal. Now we've got a goal. So now it's 6-0 to Tasmania with about a minute and a half to go. All right, so we've got a question here from Max about the audio on the live feed. Hope that's better for you, Max. So Tassie on the left, on the far side of the pool there, making a bit more of a play, coming in towards the goal. And a good save there by Queensland. Got a couple of numbers on the bottom. And a bit of a tussle. We can't quite see what's going on over there. Now on the 45, pass cut back inside. A couple of Tassie players there to make use of it. But well defended by Queensland there. Again, nice and flat on the bottom, driving it into the corner. And I think we're going to have a little bit of a rest. Nope, they've taken it out of the corner. Trying to drive it up the wall. Now back into the corner. Not where we want the puck to be. And that's half time. So half time, Tassie, Black Stick 6, and Queensland, unfortunately, 0. Catch you in about 2.5 minutes. 30 seconds to go until the second half. Got Queensland subs just going back to their bench. Tassie guys are ready, lined up on the wall, rearing to go. So 6-0. Hopefully Queensland can sneak themselves in a goal this half. Maybe keep it to under 11 would be a good little aim for them. And we're off. So Queensland and Tassie meet in the middle. Spills out to the Tassie right-hand side, the far side of the court. And well recovered by Queensland. Coming onto the wall. A few players on the bottom. Just out a camera shot. A bit of bash, bash, bash. Always nice and fun. And now Tassie are going to start moving it around the pool. Try and find some gaps. Taking it to the far wall. Unloads a flick to his forward. And we're trying to see what's happening on the far side. There we go. Queensland, a bit of a break. Hopefully they can get that going, get some numbers around the puck. What can we see there? Still kind of rolling down, getting down towards the corner there. And Tassie getting some numbers on the bottom now. Queensland following it up. I think we've got 4 caps down. Now they're all popping. Bit of a push. Need some more numbers down to get that into the goal. And we've got a ref's call of... Just try and see it here. So we've got a dangerous flick. And we've got number 3 for Queensland, Dan Allport. He's going to spend 2 minutes in the sin bin. So dangerous flick is when it is coming up off the bottom of the pool and hits you around the head or in the head area. So Tassie will look to capitalise here with having 6 players against 5. Hopefully try and use some space and have some good open hockey to take advantage of the numbers. So Queensland trying to control the puck here, taking it to the far wall. Probably need to try and lock it up a little bit more, get some numbers around it so Tassie can't do what they want to do with it. And now we're stuck on the wall. What's going on out there? And Tassie on a little bit of a run there from the back. Curled and offloaded. People lining up to try and get some puck here. And nice break to the goals. Queensland, yep, curl. Back through. Well defended by Queensland. Nice effort to stay down on the bottom and make that save there by one of the Queensland girls. Just got a few, here we go. Note the referee's fin is in the way. There we go, get in there. That's Sarah Hartley from Queensland and Neve, both Cairns players. Know each other pretty well. They've been saved there with a gloving call against Tasmania. So they're nice and close to their subs bench. They want to keep the puck on this side here so they can take advantage by being down to 5, that they can cycle through their subs and keep those numbers on the bottom. So here we go, Queensland taking the puck. Neve there, tackled, smashed through by a couple of Tasmanians, but they haven't been able to pull it off the wall properly. And it's going to be caught up there for a little bit, just off the screen there. And trying to drive it on the 45, and here we go, we've got the referee. And a bit more of referee leg. Tassie trying to... what have we got here? Oh, well saved by Queensland. And can't tell you what's happening now. Referee still on the way. But as they have cycled it around from the corner there, looking for a bit of open space, make use of all their players, and they've got lots of numbers on the bottom there, unfortunately, for Tassie, but good for Queensland. We've got a bit of a referee's call here. Gloving again. So Queensland have absorbed this pressure really well. I think they are back to 6 as well. So back to 6, both teams full strength. Hopefully Queensland can start doing something with this puck and start moving out of their own half. off again on the far side. It's a bit hard for us still to see here, but Queensland seem to be making their way, inching their way down the pool a little bit. A bit of a tussle there. Quite a few numbers getting on the bottom and popping up. We've got it nicely jammed up. Referee's playing advantage. See what comes of this, and we've got a stoppage. Gloving again against Tasmania. I think we'll be hoping that there's a team warning coming up here. That's the last 3 calls have been gloving. But it looks like we're just going to be playing on. So, a bit of an attacking free puck here. Got a late Tassie player getting themselves into the pool. And here we go, nice little flick there up to this forwards, and we're stopped. What we've got here, and another headshot. Yep, another headshot. So that's number 1 for Queensland. So that's Luke Williams from Toowoomba, I think Luke's from. Been playing a while. His old man Jake Williams helps out with the refereeing. Runs those programs around Queensland for us. So he'll be out for 2 minutes. So hopefully Queensland can keep up the good work they've been doing, playing with 5 for most of this half. And Tassie is spreading it wide here. See what they can do. Good numbers on the bottom from Queensland, just screening them into the corner, but they've made a good curl there. Lining up someone to try and swim it into the tray. And Queensland have shepherded them across. No, back into the middle. A few bodies there. And Queensland have managed to find an outlet and got it towards the wall. It's well defended by Queensland. In the corner, trying to drive it out. Got about a lane. And back into the corner. Queensland will be enjoying this, keeping it in the corner. A chance to get a few breaths in. Clock can count down while they've still got their man in the sin bin. And here we go. Tassie on the 45, driving it towards the goal. Queensland are in the way, and goal by the looks of it. Yes, that's a goal. So we're looking for, missed a number there, 4 maybe? Tasman Inglis, I think that's what they were signaling. If not, apologies. So we've now got a timeout to Tassie. Yep, timeout. Yeah, timeout Tasmania, so we've got a minute there. So Queensland just let themselves down a little bit there. A lot of good body position, but then just towards that goal, they just had their hips too high. Fins were still on the surface and allowed Tasmania just to swim it straight in. It's been a good half for them so far. I think we're about nearly halfway through the half. It's only 1 goal, and they've created themselves some opportunities and got it down the other end. I think Tasmania are meant to be quite strong. They've had a couple of good wins to date. I think this may be their 3rd game for both teams. It's a couple of Australian caps in the Tasmanian team. Guessing from the recent, about 6 months ago, the age group Worlds for under-19s. And there's a couple in the Queensland team as well for 2 of the girls there, I think. But otherwise, the Queensland team is a young team, a lot of 15-year-olds, 15 and a couple of 16-year-olds as well. So looking to grow this team over the next couple of years. And they're off again on the strike. Tasmania easily get the strike. Queensland trying to screen them across the wall there. And we're looking to get the 6th player back in for Queensland. Or 6, as Australians like to say. So Queensland are back to full strength now. So they can get the puck moving up the wall and put a bit of pressure on the Tasmanian backs and try and get a goal out of this last bit of the second half. And a good clean tackle there from the Tasmanian player. A little bit of support, bringing it wide. Bit of harassment there from the Queenslanders. Looking to start the drive towards the goal. And that's well defended. Nice strong tackle by the Queenslander, taking it towards the subs bench. Got a few interchanges there, both from Tassie and Queensland. A few fresh legs. Still on the wall there. Got number 13, is that? Louise. And a nice little battle there. A couple of Queenslanders and Tasmanians. Bit of 2 on 2. See what this forward can do. Number 10 for Queensland is Caitlin Parr, the captain. A few turns by the Tassie defender. He's got the puck though. Spread it wide. And we're back over to the far wall. We can't see much at all. 6 minutes to go in the game. And it's just a bit of a seesaw battle at the moment. There we go, that's a little bit of a shot. So pretty much roughly in the middle of the pool, we've got advantage being played, and now, nope. Referee saw there was no advantage. And it looks like we can't see it from here, but the referee is saying that the puck was hit down by a free hand or something that wasn't the stick. So that's against Tasmania. Pretty much right on halfway, I think, where they look to be placing it. So we've got a couple of options here for the Queenslanders. They can keep their wall drives going, or maybe they'll look to start bringing it into the middle and start attacking that goal tray from the middle of the pool. And so he's trying to drive it through the middle. Got some good support there across the pool. Got a couple of backs there waiting for that offload, and the Tasmanian players got it. And straight back into the middle of the pool. Some good support there again from the Tasmanians. And we're starting to go down the pool again, just off the wall, into our blind spot between the two cameras. And it's down the bottom, Queenslanders, and they may be able to steal that puck. Now we've got nice little back tackle there. So it was a great little back tackle by Caitlin. Good example of a forwards coming back on the bottom and helping the backs out with the defence in front of the goal tray. So it's tied up in front of the Queensland bench. A few people hitting the surface. A few people taking a sub. Need to make a nice turn. I think that's Neve again from Cairns. And there's still a bit in our blind spot, but it seems like Queensland's got a little bit of a break. They've got it up to halfway. And one of the Tassie players just dropped down onto the puck and taking it back down into near the corner. Attacking the goal. What do we have here? A few players in the way. But great save by the Queenslanders. Drive at the pool, but then just as good a tackle by the Tasmanian player to thwart that attempt. And we're in the corner. And everyone's going to take a little bit of a rest until someone decides to pull it out. So we've got Tassie in there, Queenslander in there to try and keep it in the corner. And now a nice little drive up the wall. It's a really good drive up the wall. But just past halfway, needs a little bit of support. Hopefully get some numbers on the bottom and start bringing into a bit of space. But we've got a call here. And it's against Tasmania. Looking for what it is. Barging or obstruction. And we've got a timeout for Queensland. So 3 minutes to go, timeout for Queensland. It's been a good little half of hockey here. Not too sure how the first half went, since I was stuffing my face full of food after our game at 1 o'clock. But the Queenslanders have definitely played a good second half here to keep the Tasmanians to 1 goal. They just need to try and capitalise on some of their opportunities when they get it towards halfway, bring it into the middle of the pool, and look to get some numbers committed on the bottom and start driving it towards the goal. All right, 10 seconds to go. All right. Oh, 3 minutes to go. Not too sure what's going on the far side there. Still a little bit murky for us on the screen. But it's another good little battle going on there on the wall. Queensland still need to get their numbers down. We've got Lance Richards. If you want to sell your house in Cairns, Lance is your man. He even puts it up for auction if you want it. So while that's still going on the sidewall there, it's starting to spill out a little bit. A little bit of flurry of activity from the surface, people trying to get down on that Tasmanian break. A few white sticks in there, also a few black sticks providing some support. Nice swim straight up the middle from the Tassies. And flutter of the fins on the edge of the gold tray. That's referees are stopping it. What is the call? It's a goal. It's unlucky for Queensland there. They've definitely had a lot of possession of the puck and have been playing really well in defence. So second goal for Tasmania this half. We're looking at 8 goals for Tasmania and 0 goals for Queensland. All right, referees are set up. So we're off on the strike, minute and a half to go. And a nice collision there, a bit of a tangle. Tasmania spilled out onto the far side of the court again. So it's been quite good in this game. They've kept it on that far side, so it's hard for us to commentate and see what's actually going on. And playing around in the middle of the pool there. So we've got 1, 2 numbers on the bottom. Nice little drive here. They're starting to come towards into the corner, coming towards the goal there. Hopefully they can get some more commitment from the Queensland players and finish it off. Come back into the corner and up the side wall a little bit. Lots of numbers on the bottom, and now everyone's decided to pop because it's near the corner. And Tassie are driving it out now. Queensland with a good here to try and make a nice quick turn on the wall and start sending it around the backs. Or a switch, as some people like to call it. Good way to open up and get towards the goal tray with a few less numbers. I know they're going to look to drive it, and the camera's moving about. So now we've got Tasmania's making what's going on here? Coming along. So Tasmania's decided to hold up in the corner, and that's the end of the game. That's time. So unfortunate there for Queensland. Unlucky not to get a goal in that second half. There's 8-0 to Tasmania. Next game coming up in this court. What's today? Wednesday. So we've got the under-15s. So we've got WA, under-15 development as white, and Victoria under-15 as black. For any of you Cairns supporters, for Queensland, we've got Josiah Hartley, the up-and-coming, the kid with maybe the most potential in Cairns. He's playing for Victoria. You can easily see what he looks like because he's pretty tiny, but he's got some pretty good skill work to go with it though, and a lot of confidence. So that's it. We'll see who's up next for the commentating. And final rematch, Tasmania and WA on court 1. Be interested to see how it goes. WA have had a couple of big scores in their games, and Tasmania will be looking to settle the ledger from last year and pick a win. So that's court 1. We've got Tassie and WA, and on court 2 we've got WA and Victoria under 15s.
Hello? 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 Hello?
Oh yeah. Can you hear us?
Yeah, that looks good. I might mute that and then go that. So I might commentate. Is that alright? Twist me over. Sorry, mate. Were you commentating then, were you? On the headset? To work? Or you're not sure? Did you get any feed? Yeah, okay, well that sounds good. Was there any live chat? Because that's how we did it yesterday, was getting some live chat. Yeah. There was a little bit. Okay. Yeah, yeah, okay. Yep, that's not good. It's opposite to bad. What have we got? How many minutes we got? We're just going to make 2.5 minutes. Welcome back, guys, to Game 40, Day 2 of the National Underwater Hockey Championships live from Perth, Western Australia. In pool number 2, we have the under-15 Western Australian development team against Victorian team. We're only 2 minutes away from starting. I'll just quickly give you a rundown on some of the players. We've got number 1, Albie Rogers is the captain of Western Australian development side. Sally Ann Power. We've got Brumby Smaller, number 4. Kai Dutoit, number 6. Ewan Holst is the vice-captain of the Western Australian under-15 development side. Blair Shattuck, Seb Collins, Jason Mitchellmore, Shay Dingley, and Ollie Rogers. Coach Annabelle Biffin. And in the Victorian side, we've got number 2, Darby Hoskins from Wonthaggi, Andy Han. Number 4 is Bradley Peters, the captain. Number 5 is Tiana Krillick. Leo Chen, number 6. Alex Dahar, number 7. Ben Robinson is number 8. Casey Hoskins is the vice-captain of the under-15 Victorian side. Nathan Thatcher and Josiah Hartley from Queensland. We're a minute away from start. This should be an interesting game. It was pretty well one-sided last game, with I think Victoria winning 18-1. Having said that, Western Australia have improved all tournaments so far, and they're likely to go quite well. We had a cracking game, Western Australia A versus Victoria A in the early morning game, and it was really tight. Ended up Victoria just getting home 7-6 in a real tight contest. A bit of an arm wrestle there, and they're the two strongest sides of the competition, Western Australia A and Vic. So I'm sure they'll meet later in the week in the tournament and close to the finals. But this gives both teams an opportunity to change things up in this game. Victoria may well change their structure, give some of the bench players a good run, and also gives Western Australian Development side a chance to compete at the high level. I'm hoping that the audio is working okay, so if anyone once again in the booth here, we're unable to tell exactly how that's sounding, but if anyone can on live chat land give us an indication as to how that's sounding, that would be fantastic. The water has dirtied up a little bit with a fair bit of action in the pool. Looks like Casey Hoskins driving home with a big steal and scores the first goal for Victoria. Looks like that does count. That's number 1 to Victoria. And yes, that was Casey. Great drive, good steal, good team hockey, and a good start for Victoria. Only a couple of minutes in to go 1 up. We're ready for a restart now. Strikes are out fast. Want to get their team first opportunity in the park. Western Australia first to it. Stopped by the wall by Victoria in the middle. Great drive through Western Australia Development. Working hard down that left-hand wall. Ben Robinson cleans up at the back. Pass forward. Fantastic run. Looks like that was Andy Chen from Geelong. Casey, a little bit of fancy stick work. Driving hard to the tray. She's under the pump and a flick forward. Looks like that's another goal to Casey. Nice bit of handwork down there. Crossing them up, flicking forward, and scores their second goal. Well done, Case. Victoria looking pretty strong in this game already. Quick subs there after that goal. Western Australia and Victoria both changing their team lineup. Umpires ready for the restart. Here we go. Teams are out looking for that first puck. Great drive. Bradley Peters now playing strike in the forward line. We've got Josiah there in the back line. He's cleaning it up. Looks like we've got fantastic. Good steal again by Leo. Moving forward. That is Leo with the puck. Drive hard for the tray. Tries to flick it inboard, looking for some help. I think that was Tiana Krillick on the bottom there. Once again, looking for some help. No one was home. They've had to force it wide. Darby Hoskins looking forward. Pushing it home. Another goal. Looks good. May well have been Ben Robinson there at the right place at the right time. Looking for the score. Number 6 for Victoria. That was Leo Chen. In the right spot at the right time. Nice team drive forward. And Leo Chen, I think, gets his first goal for the tournament. Fantastic effort there, Leo. Once again, if there's anyone in live chat land that can give us some indication as to whether or not the audio in this feed is working, that would be great. In the booth here, it looks like it is. I just don't want to be talking for the next half an hour and find out that we don't have any audio at all. I make myself sound like an idiot here, so if anyone can give us some indication, that would be great. Here we are back at the game. Victoria driving down that right-hand wall, looking for some extra numbers. Good possession hockey, waiting for the follow-up. Bradley Peters driving. Fantastic bit of work there, Bradley. Pushing it wide, looking for some extra help. There's the drive. Darby Hoskins with the big spin. No, that was Josiah on the bottom. Once again, Western Australia, big cutout defence, sitting on the bottom. You've got to get some help down there, guys. Western Australia, get on the bottom of the pool. That's it. Drive it to the wall. You need some help over there. Fantastic. Picked up. Looking inboard. Driving. Looks like that's Leo. Again, it's right on the goal tray. Unable to see if that's going in. It's fantastic defence by Western Australia. And swept right off the front of the tray. Looks like that is a goal. Another goal to Victoria. Really scrambled home. Number 4, Bradley Peters, the Victorian captain. He's a bit of a scoring machine. He's done particularly well this tournament. Once again, we've got some quick subs. Benches are moving around. Get some players in to help. We're off on the strike. Western Australia beating Victoria on the strike. Yet again, you want to give your team an opportunity to get first possession of the puck. Victoria driving towards their goal tray. Looks like it's a drive towards Victoria's goal again. We've got some help. There's Bradley Peters with the puck. He looks inboard. He's looking for some help. There's no one home. There's a follow-up, and it's flicked into the tray. Looks like it's another scored. It may well have been Josiah there scoring that goal. Oh, no, it was flicked home by Bradley Peters. Didn't need any help in the end. It was a strong enough flick. And another goal to Bradley Peters. He's doing particularly well. As I said, I'm hoping that this audio is working, so if anyone out there is able to get on the live chat, on the live stream, and give me some indication if this is working, it'd be great. We're off and starting again for the puck. Western Australia first to it again. It looks like young Josiah from Queensland is playing strike. Western Australia done a great job to drive it right up into their far right-hand corner there. They're looking inboard to score. They've got the numbers on the bottom. Looks like Ben Robinson's holding it there. Fantastic defence. It's coming out wide. It looks like it's in the tray. That may well have been Western Australia's first goal. And it is. Fantastic effort. Well done, Western Australia. Good team hockey there. Pushed it wide. Had numbers on the bottom of the pool. Flicked it back across the front. They had people there. Put the puck in the tray. Well done. I think the player that scored that goal for Western Australia was Brumby Small. A fantastic effort. Well done. Number 4. I'm hoping you do because I've named him a couple of times. Victoria now driving for the goal tray. Looks like Casey Hoskins crossing him up. Nice bit of work. Well deflected, well pushed away. Good competition in there for the puck. And a second drive, second effort by Casey, driving it towards the tray. Looks like that is a goal. Good second effort. Yes, Casey Hoskins, another good drive there. She had the first initial drive and it was deflected away. Great bit of defence by Western Australian team there. The case came up, grabbed herself a breath and went back down for the puck, managed to push it through and scores Victoria's 6th goal. Victoria currently leading 6-1 in the first half with just over 6 minutes to go. Here we are back at the restart. Both teams out quickly. Victoria, very much an equal puck there, working hard, both teams, to try and give their team an advantage. Western Australia pick it up, push it wide, maintaining possession. The puck has come out wide. Looks like Victoria have possession. They've run it up that wall. They've flicked it inboard. They've got to get some numbers down there, Western Australia. They have pushed it wide. That's a great bit of defence. They've got to get some extra numbers down there. Puck is in the corner on that far right-hand wall. They've got to rotate through that defence. They've got to be pushing it hard. It looks like there's a number of Victorians waiting in the middle for the puck to come out from that corner. And Western Australia have just got to hold it there. They're doing a great job holding it into that corner. That wall is their friend. They don't want it to come away. The moment you open it up from that wall, you haven't got numbers there, and that's exactly what looks like it's happened. It's pushed out wide. Victoria have numbers. They're driving hard for the tray, and that looks like it's scored. That was exactly what Western Australia were trying to stop. They wanted to push it up that wall. They didn't have enough numbers there. Good effort. Looks like number 11, Nathan Thatcher from Wonthaggi, scores that goal. They had numbers on the bottom, and they take the lead 7-1. We've got a timeout now, which is a good opportunity for us to catch our breath. And I'll go and check if this audio is working. Fantastic. That's great. We've got Lance Richards, who's just come on the live chat and says that the audio is working, so that's fantastic. I'm glad I didn't waste the last 10 minutes or so of commentary. That sounds fantastic. That's great. We're back at the restart here. Western Australia scored their first goal not too long ago. Victoria, we've got an infringement here. Looks like Victoria have been pushed back. So it's Western Australia's puck advantage. Must be some sort of hand infringement there. So Victoria setting up the wall. We've still got an infringement. There's been some issue with the restart. I think it was probably they weren't lined up correctly, or there were numbers in front of where they should be, so they've been pushed back even further. So Victoria have been marched back towards their, and Western Australia will take the puck. We've got an advantage here, referee call, so there must have been some infringement there. We're just going to see who's going to come up with the puck. Western Australia driving it into that corner. Fantastic. There's Victoria with possession right in the corner. He doesn't want to come off that wall. He's taking a big swim now. He flicks it back towards that wall. And we're off and running. Looks like Casey Hoskins driving hard up this right-hand wall. She's got to try and angle it back towards the goal mouth. She's got help on the bottom. You need to look inboard. Great bit of defence by Western Australia, trying to push it wide. But say they got the numbers there. Victorian look like they have forced that into the tray. Yeah, and that is a goal to Victoria. Number 4, Bradley Peters scores the goal again. That's his third goal, I think, for this game. So Bradley's playing as a back, but he's taken advantage of some big runs up the side by Casey and the forwards. And Bradley has come through and scored a number of goals that way. Fantastic effort. So Victoria really changing it up, looking like they're making lots of quick subs, which is great. Back at the restart. It's a real scrimmage on the bottom, bit of an arm wrestle there. Pushed forward by Leo on the bottom, picked up by Western Australia. They're trying to drive it back to the big drive through the middle. Fantastic. They haven't got any help there. Ben Robinson has picked the puck up and he's flicked it forward. He may well have been handled. There's a number of players inboard, chipping away at the bottom. Western Australia, great bit of defence. They had numbers there. They're driving it back to the right left-hand wall. Yeah. Awesome, thank you. Much appreciated. It's a real scrimmage on the bottom there. Unable to see. One of the cameras has kicked up, unfortunately. So, nice bit of spin work there by Leo, I think it might have been. Victoria driving the puck towards the goal. They've got some numbers there. Western Australia working hard. Ben Robinson sitting there. Bradley Peters looks inboard, doesn't need him. I think he's gone for the try himself and scored again. Victoria definitely had numbers there. There was a number of them there that could have... we've got a no goal. Some sort of a gloving infringement. So they are cancelling that goal. Bit of confusion there, Victoria. They thought that was a goal. They'd gone back to their end and they were ready for the restart. Referees just returning the puck, setting both teams up, push Victoria well back from that infringement, almost to the middle of the pool, which is not a bad thing. Gives Western Australia a good opportunity to drive forward, and that's exactly what they're doing. Got half time. So Victoria currently leading 8-1. We'll give ourselves a couple of minutes break. I'll catch breath, and we'll return for the second half. That could come down a bit, that middle camera. I'll see if I can get someone to rip it down a little bit. Social media extraordinaire Zoe coming into the booth. Any comments on the first half there? Robinson's just going up there. Awesome. She's got no comments and she's not commentating. Yep. So, good work. We've got a bit of feedback here in the live chat room. A number of Western Australians have dialed in and provided some feedback and saying go Western Australia, which is great. We've also got Christy Moore from Foster in Victoria. She says go Victoria. So Christy's a teacher of a number of the kids that are playing in the pool tonight. So it's fantastic that she's watching and listening and cheering them on from back in Victoria, which is great. We're just about to restart the second half. Victoria leading 8-1. Pretty equal puck there. They pushed it wide, Victoria. It's in dispute on that far right-hand wall. Western Australia have done well. They've driven it into their corner. Victoria got to get some numbers down there. They want to push it back up the wall. They've got numbers on the bottom and now they're pushing it up. Again, it's a real stalemate on this Western Australian end wall. Looks like Victoria have numbers down there though. Some fantastic work again by Western Australia. Victoria, I thought, were going to kick the puck out and take one of their big runs at it, but Western Australia have kept it against that wall. There's some real safety in having the curtain or the wall, the pool wall on one side. Especially you need numbers down there. You can't afford to flick it out. Victoria holding it in there because it's right on Western Australian's tray. You want to hold it into that corner. Don't allow it to come back out. Wait till you get some numbers down there, and they're doing a great job. Both teams working hard in defence. Big drive by Western Australia. Flick it towards the tray, cleaned up. There's still numbers there. I think Western Australia should score. That's right on the tray. No, they have kept it out. Victoria, great defence there. Ben Robinson is hard to get through. Younger brother of Big Tom Robinson, who just played in the Open Elite Victorian side. But Western Australia have driven it back along that back wall. It's really close to the goals. Victoria got to get some numbers in there and try and push it wide. Casey's battling hard. Get some players. Ben Robinson flicks it out. He's got to get some extra players down there. Western Australia, the only ones on the bottom of the pool. Ben's back down there on the back wall, holding it out. Casey's grabbed the puck and she's got to do a drive up the wall. She's lost the puck again and it's coming back. Fantastic offence by Western Australia. They're not giving up. They really want to take advantage of the fact that that puck has been held in their forward line for a long time. Victoria working hard in defence, and that's going to take its toll. Western Australia are doing a great job. Looks like Victoria have cleared that goal mouth, which is fantastic. There's Casey driving towards the goal tray. She's got some help there. Doesn't look like she needs it. She's powering away. Looks like that way will be a goal. Good drive, Case. Picked up. Is that camera there? That camera there that we're looking at? So that's camera 8. It probably could come down a little bit. Probably both of them can come down a little bit. We might try and fix that at the end. So, yeah, camera. There's some major technical issues with this one down here. We used gaffer tape to tape it all up, so we could try and bring it down, but yeah. Sean's chipped in on the live chat room. He's barracking for Western Australia, but he's from Tassie. Fantastic, Sean. I wouldn't expect anything else. Well done, mate. Western Australia are battling really hard in this game. They're not giving up. They're playing some great defence. There's a big drive from Victoria through the middle. I think he's a big breakaway. Fantastic bit of defence. There's a curl. I think it's Ben Robinson. He's still got the puck. Good second effort. Tiana's down there and driven away by Western Australian. Great bit of defence. Western Australia making some quick subs, as is Victoria. Puck's on this far right-hand wall. It's an arm wrestle again. Looks like it's driven towards the Victorian goals. That's okay. We're going to just fix the cameras. We have got a few issues with a few of the cameras at both goal trays. They're just slightly elevated. We'll try and fix that, Tiana, with the puck. The puck was stolen. Darby Hoskins doesn't need to sweep that up because Bradley Peters there looking bored. Ben Robinson's there with a big swerve. Now can flick it into the tray, and that is a good goal by Ben Robinson. Nice bit of work there, showing some good skills. Didn't panic, had a player in front of him. Just turned, had plenty of time. In fact, that was scored Nathan Thatcher, so it was a fantastic bit of work by Nath. I thought that was Ben Robinson. The hand skills were fantastic. But Nathan really coming to the party and showing some fantastic skill there on the bottom. Well done, Nathan. Awesome. We're back and running now. Just resetting. Once again, quick subs. The referee is just sorting the puck into the middle of the pool. Victoria currently leading 10-1 in what is the second time that Victoria and Western Australian Development have teed off against each other. That's okay, yeah, that looks good. They've fixed camera 8 for us, which is great. Camera 7 doesn't look too bad. Although camera 8 is bobbling around, we hope that that is able to be corrected. Yeah, camera 8 looks pretty good now. So another big drive for Victoria. Once again, there's numbers there. They've got to look inboard. There's 2 Victorian players looking inboard. Western Australia have done a great job of keeping that out. Umpiring, refereeing in water is in a great position, looking right down that tray. Has a real good look. Bradley Peters is chipping away at the bottom. Looks like a blacksmith working on a piece of steel, Bradley there. Just chipping away, chipping away. He wanted the puck, but it wasn't coming through. The puck's maintained again once on that. Oh, we've just lost some camera there. That's okay, as long as it doesn't get hit. It looks like it's... We'll see how that looks. That is a better camera angle. That's fantastic. It looks like the puck has been swept back off the front of that tray. I thought it was going to be a goal then, but Western Australia again playing some great defence. Have managed to keep that out of the tray mouth. And it's a real arm wrestle in that far right-hand corner. Both teams working hard on the bottom. Puck comes off the wall. Looks like Victoria have some numbers there. And driven back into that corner. Great defence by Western Australia. They're doing a fantastic job. There's a lot of pressure. The puck's come out. Looks like there's an infringement. Equal puck. So we've got a double infringement here. We're going to go equal puck. Good opportunity to run some quick subs. Players coming out. So the referees are going to reset that puck. And both teams have an opportunity to go down and grab the puck equally. So there must have been a couple of infringement there at the same time. Again, a big scrimmage on the bottom. Numbers down there. Victoria driving hard for the tray. Swept right out of the mouth of the tray. Again, there's a lot of competition down there. A great bit of defence. Looks like Victoria have numbers in the end. May well have scored a goal. That is a goal. Referees are happy with it. I think that was Josiah, young Josiah from Queensland. Fantastic. He's playing for Victoria. A number of Victorian players played for the Queensland development side last year at the Nationals, and unfortunately they weren't able to send it across an under-15 side in the to Perth, Western Australia. But Josiah was super keen to play, and we had a spot on the Victorian roster for him, and he's doing particularly well. Great drive for the tray then, Josiah. Well done. Equal puck there for the restart. Western Australia done well, driving it to that wall. Looks like it's a changeover. Victoria have the numbers. They're driving hard on the bottom. Big flick inboard. I think that was Casey, maybe to Ben or to Nathan. Tiana was waiting. She needs to catch her breath and get back on the bottom. It doesn't matter, I don't think. Oh, no, we have an infringement. And it looks like Victoria... Oh, no, there's a goal. That is a goal. They're just working out the numbers. And we've got a timeout. So I wasn't sure who scored that goal. It takes Victoria 11-1. Just working out who scored that. Number six for Victoria scored that goal. And that's Leo Chen, number 6 from Geelong. So fantastic effort, Leo. Well done. It is hard to see the numbers here. The water clarity has struggled a little bit today. We also had a number of technical issues with some electronic equipment, but looks like we've overcome them, which is fantastic. We've got a beautiful day here in Perth. It's about 30 degrees outside. The water itself in the pool, this centre is fantastic. The HBF Stadium in Perth is just magnificent. It's got all the facilities for a whole range of sports just up the road from the Perth Wildcats Basketball Centre. And the kids have mentioned to me a number of times that it's really low in chlorine, which is fantastic. So the kids aren't suffering. It's quite comfortable temperature in the water and out of the water. Spectators are loving the fact that we've got the live streaming, both audio and visual, on a number of cameras, a number of TVs in the crowd, and we've also got a huge big screen up here in the centre where people can really get a good look at what's going on. It has been in they've been showing on the big screen the elite competition in the 3 metre pool, and the juniors, the under 19s and under 15s are playing in a 2 metre pool, and the elite players are playing in a 3 metre pool. I'll get back to the action here. It looks like Victoria are driving for the tray again. They've got some numbers. Western Australia have pushed it out wide. They're doing particularly well here. Victoria currently leading 12 goals to 1. We've only got 4 minutes left in the second half. It's a real stalemate again in the front right-hand corner of the Victorian goals. Western Australia doing a good job, good position. It looks like there's a big switch underway. Big drive again. But the puck has landed back into that same corner. We've got an advantage here. Referee called. They're letting play continue. There has been an infringement. They're going to let it go. Western Australia must have taken that puck away. I think it was a Victorian infringement. So we've waved that advantage away. Western Australia doing a good job trying to drive down this wall. And again, Western Australia driving down that wall. Victoria have got some numbers there and have checked the run. They've got plenty of players in behind them. Fantastic. Oh, some great work there. Driving inboard. Looks like it's another goal. Well done, Western Australia. They've picked up their second goal. Fantastic bit of offense there. They just continued to push. Continued to push, maintained possession, worked it up the wall. They had their numbers on it in the end and managed to kick it in for their second goal. Fantastic effort, Western Australia. Victoria currently lead by 10, but Western Australia doing a great job in In the first game, Western Australia ended up losing 18-1, so you can see their defence has improved. They've done particularly well, and they've also scored an extra goal. So great job by Western Australia. It's Kyan, I can't see him. Number 6 he is. That's the middle one, isn't it? No, that's for a player. They're looking for a player. That's okay. Keep the live chat feedback coming in. Give us some feedback about the audio or visual. We're trying to adjust some cameras as we go. At this stage, it looks pretty good to me. We've got both goal trays, and we've got a middle camera. Victoria with possession. Bradley Peters working hard yet again. Flicks it to the wall. Got to get some extra help out there. Victoria have the numbers. Going to drive through the middle. An extra drive. It looks good. Well defended by Western Australia. Fantastic. They've got to push it wide. Don't come out. They've got numbers there, Victoria. Tiana working hard to try and push it in. Casey back in the play. Big curl, looks inboard. Big flick. There's numbers there. Unable to maintain possession. Bradley Peters sweeps it up. He's looking inboard. He's got to get... There's Ben Robinson. He's chipping away. He wanted the puck. He drives towards the middle. Got some help there. Josiah sitting on the bottom of the tray. I think that's a goal. Let's just check who scored that goal. Number 9, I think it was, for Victoria. Or it could have been 8, Ben Robinson. I think it was Ben Robinson with the big flick, didn't need any help. I thought he flicked it towards the tray, and there was a couple of little players there wanting to sweep it in. We're just running down the clock now. I don't think we're going to get a restart. We've got some subs coming in and out. We've only got 10 seconds left in this game. Victoria currently leading 13 goals to 2, and I think they're going to take this out quite comfortably in the end. Although Western Australia did a fantastic job, that is game over. That is the end of it for the Victorian side for today. They can rest themselves up. And I think they play Western Australia Development again sometime tomorrow morning. And then another big game against Western Australia A side. So thanks for listening. It's Matt Hoskins here from the Wonthaggi Underwater Hockey Club, commentating with young Isaac here from Sydney, who's running the cameras.
Hello.
That was Isaac. So I hope you've enjoyed listening and watching, and we'll get prepped for the next game. Thank you.